Tonight at 6, a Delta flight was forced to return back to Atlanta's airport this morning after smoke filled the cabin shortly after takeoff.
Nearly 100 passengers and crew members were on board, and after an emergency landing, everyone fortunately made it off the plane safely. But it is raising more questions about flight safety. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley live from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. And Joe, you spoke with a passenger who was on board that flight. How are they doing right now?
Yeah, Jennifer, what was supposed to be a weekend of celebration turned into a headache for one family I spoke with who was on board that very flight. And what was supposed to be a short flight home to South Carolina turned into a nightmare scenario that left this family with more questions than answers.
It's 30 minutes.
That's how long it was supposed to take. Kristen Morris and her family to fly from Atlanta back home to South Carolina.
Got on the plane to Atlanta at about 8:30, and we sat on the runway for about 15 to 20 minutes, and I was kind of asking them, like, why were we sitting there? Nobody said nothing, and no sooner than we took off, the plane was filled with smoke. Breathe through your clothes, Nana.
Soon after takeoff, Morris shot this video of this smoky scene on board Delta Flight 876, bound for Columbia.
Probably like gas or like burning wires. People was on the plane saying, smoke, 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 you know, yelling, and the I guess the flight attendant got on the mic and was like, guys, we're aware that it's smoking. We're trying to get in touch with the pilot.
According to Delta, 94 customers, 2 pilots, and 3 flight attendants were on board the Boeing 717. An emergency was declared and air traffic control was able to navigate the plane back to Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta. Everyone had to evacuate the plane using slides. A bad smell and experience leaving a bitter taste in passengers' mouths.
It's not something that you want to investigate at 10,000 feet.
Aviation expert Alan Armstrong says the pilots were right to conduct an emergency landing, and with so many moving parts, it was best to do it sooner rather than later.
It's not discretionary, it's mandatory. If you're not sure your airplane's airworthy, you need to put it on the ground reasonably soon.
But when it comes to flying again, Kristen Morris won't be so quick to take off.
It's not worth the risk, not with everything that's been going on, and then they just take it so light. It don't really seem like they care.
Right now, Morris is still trying to make her way home. For her trouble, she says Delta gave her and her family 2 $12 meal vouchers each. She said she's too scared to fly home, so she opted to take an Uber nearly 4 hours back home, which she calls Orangeburg, South Carolina. We are live here at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, seeing all that inside the cabin, you can see why they're really concerned. All right, thanks, Joe.